You didn't come to the gym to be comfortable. You came here because comfort made you weak. You came here because deep down you knew there was more inside you, more strength, more discipline, more fire than the world ever demanded from you. Every time you step into the gym, you step into a war with yourself. Not with the guy next to you, not with the influencer on social media, not with the strongest lifter in the room. Your real opponent is the voice in your head that says, "That's enough." And every rep you push past that voice is a declaration. I refuse to be average. The gym doesn't reward talk. It rewards sweat. It rewards consistency. It rewards the man who shows up even when motivation is dead, and discipline is the only thing breathing. Muscle isn't built on good days. Muscle is built on the days you don't want to train, on the days your body feels heavy, on the days life hits hard, on the days quitting feels reasonable. That's when growth happens. Every plate you load onto the bar is weight carried by your mindset. Every drop of sweat is a payment toward the body you're earning. Every painful rep is proof that you're still fighting. The iron doesn't care who you are outside the gym. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your past failures. The iron only responds to effort. And effort, real effort, is rare. That's why most people quit. That's why most people stay soft. That's why most people talk about change but never touch it. But you chose the grind. You chose early mornings when the world is asleep. You chose late nights when comfort is calling. You chose hunger, discipline, and repetition. You chose pain with purpose. Because you understand something most people don't. Pain in the gym saves you from pain in life. Every workout builds more than muscle. It builds character. It builds confidence. It builds silence, because strong men don't need to explain themselves. Your body becomes your resume. Your physique becomes your introduction. Your discipline becomes your reputation. No one asks how motivated you were. They ask how consistent you stayed. The gym teaches you patience. You don't build muscle overnight. You don't gain strength instantly. You don't sculpt greatness in a week. You earn it rep by rep, meal by meal, day by day, month by month. And somewhere between the soreness and the struggle, you change. You stand taller. You speak less. You move with purpose. Because you know what it takes to suffer in silence. When the weight feels impossible, remember, your ancestors survived worse with less. Your future self is watching, and quitting has never made anyone proud. So you push, you grind, you breathe through the pain. Because every rep you finish is one rep fewer between you and greatness. The gym humbles you. No matter how strong you get, there's always another level, another plate, another challenge. That humility keeps you hungry, and hunger builds monsters. You don't train for attention, you train for respect. You train so that when life gets heavy, you already know how to lift. Muscles are built from stress and recovery. So is character. The struggle you feel today. That's adaptation happening. That's growth knocking. That's your body learning it can handle more than you ever believed. You are not just lifting weights. You are lifting standards. You are lifting expectations. You are lifting the version of yourself that once doubted who you could become. And every time you finish a brutal workout, you walk out stronger, not just physically, but mentally. Because the gym teaches one brutal truth. If you want more, you must do more. No shortcuts, no hacks, no excuses, just work. One more rep when it hurts. One more set when your arms shake. One more day when motivation disappears. That's how legends are built. Not overnight, but over time. So when your muscles burn, smile. That burn is proof you're alive. That pain is proof you're evolving. Let others chase comfort. Let others chase approval. You chase progress. Because one day when they ask how you did it, you'll simply say, I showed up. even when it hurt, and that will be enough.
5,000-word motivational quote/speech for kings who refuse to break. There comes a moment in every man's life when the noise fades, the crowds thin, and every excuse he's ever made stares him dead in the face. A moment when he realizes that nobody is coming to save him, not his friends, not his family, not the world. A moment when he stands in front of the mirror, looks himself in the eyes, and recognizes the truth. The man he is today is a result of everything he accepted, everything he tolerated, and everything he ran from. And in that moment, he has two options: remain the same or rise into something unrecognizable. Pain shapes a man more than comfort ever will, because comfort is a cage, soft on the inside, deadly on the outside. Comfort is the poison that convinces you that you're fine, even when every dream you've ever had is slowly suffocating. Comfort whispers, "You've done enough. Rest. Settle." But the truth is, comfort never creates warriors. Comfort never builds champions. Comfort never raises kings. A man's life is forged where he bleeds, not where he rests. And if you want a life worth living, a body worth carrying, a mind worth trusting, a legacy worth leaving, you must walk willingly into the fire that others spend their whole lives avoiding. You must be willing to carry burdens that would break weaker men. You must be willing to build discipline in the dark long before the world ever claps for you in the light. Because here's the truth most men don't want to face. Your future doesn't care about your feelings today. Your dreams don't care if you're tired. Your goals don't care if life isn't fair. And success, real, meaningful, soul-shaking success, doesn't care how many excuses you think you have. There's a version of you out there, stronger, sharper, wiser, more relentless, waiting for you to stop pretending you're powerless. Waiting for you to stop shrinking just because the world told you to be realistic. Waiting for you to stop giving half effort, half belief, half commitment. Waiting for you to finally say, "I'm done holding myself back." Because every man who ever made it had a breaking point. A moment when something clicked deep in his spirit and he realized, "I refuse to live like this anymore." Maybe it was betrayal. Maybe it was heartbreak. Maybe it was failure. Maybe it was the heavy silence of nights spent wondering how everything went wrong. Maybe it was the humiliation of knowing he could do more, be more, yet settling for less. But then something shifts. A fire ignites. A hunger wakes up. A part of him, buried beneath years of doubt, fear, and hesitation, finally comes alive. And from that moment on, he becomes unstoppable. Not because he's stronger than everyone else, not because he's smarter than everyone else, but because he makes a choice that most men are afraid to make. He refuses to quit. When life hits him, he stands back up. When life tests him, he grows tougher. When life takes from him, he rebuilds from nothing. When life pushes him to the edge, he steps forward and takes control. That's the difference. That's what separates the average from the extraordinary. Not talent, not luck, not opportunity, but a relentless, ruthless, unbreakable commitment to growth. You see, a man becomes dangerous not when his muscles grow, but when his mind changes. When he realizes the world owes him nothing, and he owes himself everything. When he stops waiting for motivation and builds discipline instead. When he stops chasing validation and builds identity instead. When he stops looking side to side and starts looking inward. A man becomes unstoppable when he understands that the pain he's carrying is actually the gateway to his power. That the nights he spent struggling were shaping him. That the disappointments weren't there to break him, but to sharpen him. That the failures weren't proof he was unworthy. They were the training ground for the man he must become. Hear me clearly. You are not behind. You are not finished. You are not broken beyond repair. You are becoming. And everything you're going through is sculpting you into someone who won't fold, won't crumble, and won't apologize for wanting more from life. Because every strong man you admire today was once a man who had nothing except pain and a decision. A decision to try again, to rise again, to fight again, to believe again. Your story is not over. Your strength is not gone. Your purpose is not dead. You haven't even met the strongest version of yourself yet. But you will. The moment you stop negotiating with your weakness. The moment you stop saying later. The moment you stop living like you have unlimited chances. The moment you look at your reflection and say, enough. I'm taking my life back. From that moment, discipline becomes your ally. From that moment, doubt loses its power. From that moment, fear becomes fuel. From that moment, every day becomes an opportunity, not a burden. Wake up early. There comes a moment in every man's life when the noise fades, the excuses crumble, and the truth stands naked in front of him like a mirror he can't turn away from. A moment when he realizes nobody is coming to save him, not his friends, not his family, not luck, not fate. Just him, his choices, his will, his spirit, and the fire inside his chest that he either feeds or lets die. That moment is where men are forged or forgotten. Some men run from it, some men deny it. But a rare kind, a very rare kind, steps forward and says, if this is the battlefield, then this is where I stand. This monologue is for that kind of man. The man who refuses to break, the man who refuses to fold, the man who refuses to die quietly. Because you, yes, you, are not here by accident. You're here because something in you keeps fighting, keeps growing, keeps reaching for more even when everything around you says, quit. And if you're still reading, it means you're not done. It means life hasn't knocked the truth out of you yet. It means there's a version of you haven't met, and he's waiting for you on the other side of pain. The war between who you are and who you could be. Every man lives with two versions of himself. The man he is, and the man he knows he could be if he truly committed. The first one is comfortable, predictable, safe. He lives inside routines he didn't choose, habits he didn't question, limits he didn't examine. But the second one, the one he could be, that man is dangerous, disciplined, sharp, controlled, relentless, and focused. That man wakes up earlier, moves with purpose, speaks with conviction, and acts with clarity. That man is not shaped by the world, he shapes the world around him. But here's the catch. You don't get to meet that second version without sacrifice. You don't get to meet him without pain. You don't get to meet him without war. Not the kind fought with guns, but the kind fought with choices. Tiny choices, daily choices. The choice to get up instead of sleep. The choice to train instead of postpone. The choice to confront instead of avoid. The choice to build instead of complain. The choice to grind instead of hope. Greatness is not a gift, it's a price. And the price is due every single day. Most men don't pay it. They want the body without the discipline. They want the success without the sacrifice. They want the respect without the grind. They want the throne without the war. But you cannot cheat the process. Life is fair in one brutal way. You get exactly what you earn. Pain is the gateway. Let me tell you something most men avoid saying out loud. Pain is not your enemy. It is your introduction to yourself. When life hurts you, when things crumble, when everything feels impossible, that is not punishment. That is awakening. Pain is the universe asking you, how bad do you want it? How deep is your hunger? How strong is your foundation? How real is your purpose? Pain reveals the pretenders, but it also reveals the unstoppable. When you're exhausted but you keep moving, that's strength. When you're scared but you still act, that's courage. When you're broken but you rebuild, that's resilience. When you fail but you rise again, that's mastery. Pain is not the obstacle, pain is the key. The moment you stop running from pain is the moment your life changes forever. pressure makes men. Every man dreams of being strong, being respected, being admired, being remembered. But here's the truth nobody teaches you when you're young. Strength is built in solitude. Respect is earned in darkness. Discipline is forged when no one is watching, and character is revealed under pressure. Pressure exposes you. Pressure strips away all the lies you tell yourself. Pressure shows you whether you quit or conquer. Pressure builds diamonds, but it also breaks the weak. Which one are you becoming? Because life will keep applying pressure. Bills, failures, loss, doubts, fatigue, fear. The world will test you until you either collapse or evolve. And the man who evolves is the man who stops asking for an easier life and starts asking for the strength to handle a harder one.
When a man reaches this level, something incredible happens. He stops running from his pain and starts using it as power. He stops avoiding challenge and starts seeking growth. He stops dreaming and starts building. He stops hoping and starts deciding. He stops wishing and starts working. Because the unstoppable man understands the truth. Strength isn't born from success. Strength is born from suffering. Once you refuse to suffer the same way again, this is where life flips. This is where identity forms. This is where a man finds himself. In the discipline, in the struggle, in the suffering he chose to overcome. The man who has suffered enough and decided to rise anyway becomes a force of nature, not because he's fearless, but because he fears staying the same more than he fears change. Not because he never fails, but because he refuses to stay down. Not because life gets easier, but because he gets stronger. This is what makes him unstoppable. This is what makes him powerful. This is what makes him a man.
Believes. 2. Your biggest competition is who you were yesterday. 3. Pain is temporary, pride is forever. 4. Don't count the days, make the days count. 5. You don't need permission to be great. 6. When you feel like quitting, remember why you started. 7. Discipline beats motivation every single time. 8. Sweat now, shine later. 9. Weakness leaves when determination enters. 10. The grind never lies, it always shows the truth. Mindset and masculinity. 11. A man without discipline is a slave to his emotions. 12. Success is quiet. Let your results make the noise. 13. Real strength isn't in your muscles, it's in your mindset. 14. You were born a man, become a warrior. 15. Stand tall even when you stand alone. 16. Every setback is fuel for your comeback. 17. Don't seek comfort, seek growth. 18. Confidence is built, not given. 19. You can't inspire others if you're still making excuses. 20. A lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of sheep.
When a man confronts himself, he discovers the real enemy. It's not other men. It's not society. It's not his past. It's not his parents. It's not his environment. It's not the people who doubted him. The enemy is internal. The enemy is the voice that says, "You're not good enough. You will fail. You don't deserve success. People like you don't rise. You're too late. You're too damaged. You're too far behind. You're not strong enough." This voice is powerful because it sounds like you. But this voice only has one weapon: your belief in it. When you stop running, you begin to fight this voice. You challenge it. You question it. You refuse to obey it. This is where discipline is born. Discipline is not waking up early. It is not the gym. It is not cold showers. It is not grinding endlessly. Discipline is saying, I hear the doubt, but I won't let it rule me. I feel the fear, but I won't let it stop me. I feel the weakness, but I choose strength. This internal battle is exhausting. It is painful. It is lonely, but it is also liberating. Because once a man defeats his inner enemy, there is nothing outside that can break him.
It's over, gone, so don't waste time dwelling on it. The present, that's the best gift you got right now. Because let's be real, you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody does. So what you gotta do is live in the present, man. Handle what's in front of you. Too many people get stuck in what's already happened, letting the past weigh them down. But that ain't where the power's at. The power is in today, right now. What moves are you making today that are gonna set you up for the future? Because the future's only shaped by what you do in the present. You can't control what's behind you, but you sure as hell can control how you move today. And when you live in the present, you start seeing things clearer. You stop worrying about what didn't go right or what might happen next, and you start focusing on what you can make happen right now. That's where the real freedom is, in taking control of the moment you got. So don't sleep on today. It's the only thing you're guaranteed.